pulled toward right center field. Mendoza is after it, but he can't get there, and it bounces. Next up for the A's, Gary Mendoza, and you can see great numbers over the past few games.
Mendoza
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Number 1 is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. And next up will be Franklin Barreto. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And that'll get down out there near the wall.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
Barreto takes the turn at third. He wants it all. He will score as they push their lead to 3 now.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them.
And that'll bring up the catcher, Chance Sisco. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Roll.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat. High and deep to left center field. Nixon going back on it to the track, to the wall. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field, number 14 on the season, and the A's have made this a 3-2 ball game now.
Right now, he can't wait to get to the plate against this pitching staff. 4 home runs in this series. Bet he wishes he could play these guys every single day.
Digging in and looking for more, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the. Digging in, the switch hitter, J.J. Cullen. He got called out on strikes his last time through. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Mendoza ranging back at the. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And he is into third with a leadoff triple. Striding in to start the 9th, Gary Mendoza, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Hit hard towards center. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
So 1-1 home. And there he goes towards second. High in the air into shallow left center. Cordero is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Ready for another shot now, Kevin Mora. He singled his last time up.
Kevin Mora.
Runners on the move for second. Chopped weakly to the left. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, number 16.
Last strike now for Oakland. Runner goes
hang on.
for third.
Right there, right here.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw to first here is going to be in time as the Angels have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over. 4-2 the final score tonight. The Los Angeles Angels. Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Should be a fun Father's Day matchup between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Oakland A's. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Number 77, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Striding in for Oakland, Gary Mendoza, and he's the right man for the job with runners in scoring position as he ranks 5th in the AL in RBIs entering play. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a 2-run shot to left center. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And Oakland has moved out in front here 2-0.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Striding in once again, Franchi Cordero, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High and deep to right center. Mendoza ranging back to the track, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Angels leave 1. They trail it here 2-0. Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Fly ball out toward left center field. And there's out number 2 as this is taken in shy of the track, and the runner will have to retrieve. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And what a shot. That one hit the sweets. So a 3-run blast to deep center here, his second of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
There's not a hotter hitter in all of baseball, folks. As the guy on the mound can attest, he's seeing everything they're throwing at him well right now. And
Gary Mendoza will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take you back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
0-1.
Popped high in the air. Barreto waits on it. And that's the second out of the inning.
And if you're looking for what this game was decided, that's pretty easy. It was the big 4th inning. That was the big turning point, and they made it stand up the rest of the way.
8-4 the final this afternoon. The Oakland A's get their 20th home win this year. Number 77 notches his 3rd win of the year. Yohander Mendez was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it.
Total mastery of a skill requires continual refinement.
Summer sun is nearly set, and now it's time for baseball at Petco Park in San Diego. Tonight, the first of two in this interleague matchup between the Oakland A's and the San Diego Padres. It's interleague baseball next on the show. John Richards will be the man on the mound for the Friars. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, when you dive into the numbers with this guy, he's a pretty good strikeout pitcher, just under 9 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So I would expect him to punch out quite a few guys in this one here today.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he's going to try for 3 right out of the chute tonight. The relay throw, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple. Coming to the plate now, Keith Donaldson, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Donaldson.
The 1-2. Looped out toward third, and this will be gobbled up fairly easily down there at third for the first out. And he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your... Ready for another chance, Gary Mendoza.
Gary Mendoza.
He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard to third.
Stand up, stand up.
And that's through into left, a base hit. And the run will score as the A's get off to a 1-0 lead. And it's in time. He's out at second as a good... So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Gary Mendoza, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Now batting, Keith Donaldson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
So digging in now, Matt Olson. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And he'll beat the throw as he's got himself a bunt single. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 2-0 ball game. So here's the cleanup hitter, Miguel Gomez. He struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 so far. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Nino Alfaro will swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And so the batting order turns over now, and set to go Gary Mendoza. 2 for 2 with a triple on his batting line to this point. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Gone.
Boy, you can see that he was dialed in on his curve from the second he released it. He saw the spin, knew it was coming back over the plate, and just crushed it. He was tracking it all the way.
Digging in, Gary Mendoza. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat, he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't. Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
It's a typically clear and Solomon McClure, a right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
And the inning begins with a... So striding in, Gary Mendoza. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. A solo shot here to left. Number 18 for him on the campaign. And the A's are on the board first, 1-0.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little numbers or draw walks. Well, that time has passed, and guys like this, with pop at the plate, can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Mendoza patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Gary Mendoza will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Yeah, and most guys that hit for the cycle can get a single or a double but struggle with the rest. Not this guy. He's already got the homer and the triple, so the hardest parts are out of the way. We'll see what the rest of the game holds in store.
At the plate, Keith Donaldson. He's looking to make this a 2-0 game if he can perhaps get a ball airborne here. The 1-2. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And this is taken in shy of the wall, but that should be plenty deep to score the run. And they get the double play at third. That'll bring in Phillip Ervin. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Mendoza moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. At the plate, Gary Mendoza.
Center fielder, Gary Mendoza.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Sierra looking up onto the party porch and gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his second home run of the game, and the A's lead it now 3-0.
Well, he's as hot as anybody in the game right now, hitting a homer yesterday.
At the plate, J.P. Crawford. He singled his last time up.
Shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Mora is in pursuit, and he tracks it down. And this ball game is over. 3-0 the final score in this one today. The Oakland A's led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Thursday night baseball. Coming to the plate now, Gary Mendoza. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First delivery to him on the way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Crowder going back on it at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And here's a shot of the Athletics. Ready now for the White Sox, Mark Lamb. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Took something off there, but this is hit well anyway out to deep center. Gone!
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that's so...
Now in the box, Gary Mendoza. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Runners on first with one down. High and deep to center field. Crowder racing back to the track. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Standing in, Miguel Aparicio. He reached on a single in his first try.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Up next for Chicago, Derek Rodriguez.
Right fielder, Derek Rodriguez.
Comes set and the 0-1. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it. Now at the plate, Mark Lamb. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Mendoza. He can't get to it. This one's down. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming in.
Digging in, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Rodriguez on the move. 2 gone. Ready for another chance, Michael Ono.
Second baseman, Michael Ono.
1-1, here it is. Hit in the air to center field. Mendoza moves over, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Gary Mendoza, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini.
8-2 tonight's final. The Chicago White Sox took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. It's time for baseball. Sam Lau will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They did get the win. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. McManus facing back. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run.
Boy, when this guy gets in a groove, he can hit him, and when he hits him in bunches. Hit a home run in last night's game, and if they continue to pitch him on the outer part of the plate, look out, this guy's going to do some major damage.
Now in the box, Derek Rodriguez, and you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. High in the air and deep to left center field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
Yeah, and as we take a look at it on replay, you can see this thing was gone from the second it left his bat. A thunderous shot that dang near gave the pitcher a little whiplash. Challenged him with a fastball and lost big time.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen.
Well, it's very early, but he's looking.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Gary Mendoza. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch. Ready for another shot now. Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat. Has a look, now the pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And the run is in to score from third. It's an 8-3 ball game.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup. And that's exactly been the case today. He not only...
And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Wow, those hands got to hurt. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Ready once again, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. High in the air out towards shallow right. Rodriguez is there. 2 down. Striding in once again, Kyle Shell.
Number 5, Kyle Shell.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. And it is trouble that finds the gap for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the...
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Mendoza. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. From the stretch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Row with
the throw, and he's tagged out at second. But they do play to run on the play. Digging in and looking for more, Sam McManus. Already a pair of long balls on his line in this one, so we'll see what else he has in store here. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Donaldson on the move, and he brings it in for the second out. Digging in once again, Brendan Winslow. Runner in scoring position with two gone.
Winslow.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Gary Mendoza will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a two-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game, as they jump ahead by 3.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
16-14 in tonight. The Athletics mounted an impressive offensive display, crossing plate 16 times. Joseph Mayfield earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners, Dan. Saturday night baseball coming up from Guaranteed Rate Field in the striding in for Oakland, Gary Mendoza. He takes his first trip to the plate here, fresh off a 4-hit ball game a night ago.
Yeah, make the turn.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lined.
And leading off for the White Sox.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Michael Ono.
Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. And that one is gone.
Only the first hit of the night, but it was a...
Next up for the A's, Gary Mendoza. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. In the air out to right. Rodriguez waits on it. 2 down. Digging in to try it again, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Mendoza.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble.
Turn, find the ball, find the ball.
So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. J.D. Davis the next at bat, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And the runner's breaking for third.
Get out,
Pitch taken for ball 4. The throw. It is the White Sox DH, Brendan Winslow. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Mendoza is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Hey, not an easy thing to do to try to come back.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Crowder going back at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. Mendoza takes the turn at third. He wants it all. Safe at the plate. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Gary Mendoza. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounder down the line at third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they go down with. Ready now for the White Sox, Derek Rodriguez. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. The 0-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Mendoza is after it. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Three to 2, the finish in tonight's game. Austin Adams earns the victory in relief in this one, his 7th of the year. Afternoon baseball. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Gary Mendoza, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? This is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series.
High and deep to right. Rodriguez looks up. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 24 home runs for him on the season, and the A's are on the board first, 1-0.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit a.
Digging in for his second at-bat, John Mason. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And now here's the ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Mendoza will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Leading off the inning, Gary Mendoza, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch of the at-bat. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Crowder looking up. Gone to lead off the inning.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Gary Mendoza will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game, as he's been dialed in so far in this one. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Crowder racing back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Day, 3 home runs in one game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game.
Gary Mendoza will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game, as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Here's a shot to left field and deep. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, the 297th of his career, and the lead is now 7-2.
You know, talk about having a great day. 4 home runs in one game. I would say that's more than great. That's a spectacular day.
Up next for Chicago, Herb Barnett. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Barnett.
Here now the 2-2. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Rouse will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone. Gary Mendoza will stand in yet again, and he's looking for history now. We take you back to his last home run. This was his 4th of the ball game, and it needn't be said that 5 in a game has never been done before. And a great start to the 9th, as this ought to be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Runner breaks for third. He swings and misses. Throw down. He's going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. So striding forward now, Kevin Mora. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. The 3-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Good job.
That's one of the problems right there.
Stepping in, Michael Ono. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Popped him up. Rouse onto the grass, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Into the box now, Solomon Bundy. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Donaldson shading to his right, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The A's get the win after banging out 16 total hits. Lorenzo Escalona earns his 6th winning decision. Live and on the air from the home of the Tigers, Comerica Park here in Detroit, Michigan. Tonight. At the plate, Gary Mendoza. He'll lead it off here to begin the second. Here's the first pitch to him. And he fouls this one off. So, guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they begin this series feeling pretty good about the way things have gone as they come in riding a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Way out of here into the upper row of bushes. Wow. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 298 in his career. And the A's are on the board first, 1-0. Next for the Tigers, Renato Nunez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Mora sprinting after it. He tracks it down and makes it. So here's the cleanup hitter, Gary Mendoza. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The catch is made on the mound.
Next to the plate for the Tigers, the DH, Todd Kern. He singled his last time up.
Todd Kern.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. Number 16 ranging into shallow right, and that's the first out of the inning. In now, Gary Mendoza. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field.
Around third and being waved on home.
He scores as it's now a 3-2 ball game. Mendoza takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And it's in time, and he's out at the plate, so one run's. Next up for Detroit, number 9. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And the Tigers are in business right away. It's a leadoff double. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets it. Gary Mendoza will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. As we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Now this will be pulled in out there. Digging in the switch hitter, John Davis. These two have not faced each other at the major league level.
Davis.
High in the air out to center field. Mendoza is under it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4 outs saved. Job well done.
Tuesday night baseball now from. Digging in, Gary Mendoza. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Center fielder, Gary Mendoza.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. So, guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they come in scuffling a bit of late. Just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in there.
There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Davis going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, they got to love the production they're getting out of the leadoff spot right now. He's hitting over .330 on the season. And when you think about that, that's basically 1 hit every 3rd at bat. That's the type of guy you want in your lineup because you know every day he's going to come ready and he's going to produce.
Now to the plate, Kevin Kimbrough. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Kevin Kimbrough.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Mendoza is in pursuit. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. He's got a dozen-game hit streak right now. That's 12 games. Talk about impressive. I love watching how he goes to the plate, and it looks like he's in attack mode constantly right now.
So digging in now, Gary Mendoza. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. 0-1 the count.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
Number 9 moving to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Pretty painless. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Gary Mendoza. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Standing in, Gary Mendoza. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out. Now at the plate, John Davis, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Lifted into the air to shallow center. In there, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 3. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Gary Mendoza. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the Tigers have come back to even up this 4-game series at a game apiece as this one is over. A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. Detroit used a nice fifth. MLB The Show's coverage of Wednesday Night Baseball brings us to Comerica. Sean Farron will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Kimbrough looks up. That one is gone. What a way to lead off a ball game. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ball game. Number 299 in his career. And the A's are on the board first, 1-0. So striding forward now, Gary Mendoza. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Line drive to center field. Kimbrough is there, and he has it for the first out.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Gary Mendoza comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Kimbrough ranging back to the track. And the runner is in from second. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score. Striding in once again, Donaldson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hard hit ball to second. McGrath fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and a good job of working out of that one. And here's Renato Nunez. He set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Here it comes, 0-2. Swing, and oh my. Hit him with the high. And gone. An absolute bomb.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Kevin Kimbrough. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first home run of the season. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Gary Mendoza. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled off. Nelson, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And they take the lead. It's gone. So a big home run for him, certainly. Number 300 for his career.
Well, you have to appreciate what he's been able to do in his career, guys. He's truly established himself as one of the great power hitters in the game today, and this is a milestone he can be really proud of. And there are a lot of very good hitters that never got 300 dingers in their career.
Leading off the inning, Stuart McGrath, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Mendoza is right there, 1 down. Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's...
Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and it's a foul ball. And now we're going to get a stoppage here as the 4 umpires will gather together near third base to discuss whether or not that was really a foul ball. And remember now, if there's any uncertainty, the umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
Runner goes for third, but he gets back in time, safe at second base. Here's the 2-2, and now the runner's trying for third. Weakly hit towards first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is stepping in and ready for another shot, number 9. And Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to... We're set for what's left.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
7-5, tonight's final. Afternoon baseball from the Motor City, Comerica Park here in downtown Detroit. Today it's the finale of Robin McDonough is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Ready for another chance? Gary Mendoza, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Mendoza.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to run.
Leading off the inning, Larry Mott, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Mora arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Gary Mendoza will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his two-run homer that had him rolling early on. This is line to left. Redding is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out. Ready once again, number 22. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Lifted the other way to left center. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Digging hard. The tag, and he's called out trying to stretch 2 bases into 3. Off the inning, Gary Mendoza, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. Gone to lead off the inning.
And this is big right here. It's one thing to be winning late in the game, but going up by 2 runs makes a huge difference. Now their bullpen doesn't have to be perfect, just good. Takes a lot of pressure off, especially when you're on the road.
And next it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kevin Redding. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And that's in there, base hit. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. Redding takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And the ball's waiting for him, and he's out at the... Trying to pick things up where he left off, Gary Mendoza. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Davis is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. 5-2 the final today. Oakland led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Number 77 with his 4th win.
A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. Let's get right to it. It's time for the Home Run Derby. 2 minutes remaining. Another home run. Seven home runs now. 1 minute remaining. That's gone. Home run number 8. It's out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen. There's number 10. And that is gonna do it. That ends the round. He finishes with 11 home runs. And he has earned a trip to the semifinal matchup. Now hitting the challenger in this semifinal matchup, Gary Mendoza. Number 2. That one is gone. He has earned bonus time. Number 4 in a row. And that one's gone off the scoreboard. Two minutes remaining. Another home run. There it is. Make it 9. 1 minute remaining. Make it 10 home runs now. 30 seconds left. There's number 11. She's gone. Home run number 12. No time remaining. That will do it. He ends the round with a total of 12 home runs. And that won't be enough to advance. Unfortunately, he has been eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, your Home Run Derby champion.
MLB Network has baseball from the Emerald State. Safeco Field in Seattle. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the National League All-Stars and the American League All-Stars. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Brett Phillips will bat next.
Batting fifth from the Milwaukee Brewers.
The 2-1 home. Fly ball out toward left center field. Mendoza on the move, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Into the box now, Gary Mendoza. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Center fielder
Has a look, now the pitch. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
Digging in to try it again, Alan Cox. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And if he was guessing, he guessed right at the curveball that time as he waited it out to send it to deep left center field. He's going to have a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field, and the National Leaguers are back in it. It's now a 4-2 game.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way. And there are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers' pitches, and you don't get that, and it puts you in a bad spot. And you could tell that it affected him.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Mendoza is there. 2 gone. Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that last at-bat when he went.
Hang on, this is hit deep into right center. This looks to have enough, and it does. A home run. Solo shot to right center. His second home run of the game. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Well, he was on cruise control. Just needs one more.
Gary Mendoza will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take you back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Yeah, great job right there. You squared up on that sucker.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out old ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice swing.
Hard ground ball to third, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Wow, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in. But he's got to take the chance to get the thing.
And it'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Mendoza over at second. Smith on at first with nobody out. Runner's on his way to third. Pitch inside, the throw, and no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Now the runners take off again. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. A tag, and he's out as he can't get back in time. 5 runs, 7 hits. No errors thus far for the American League. Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him. Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The American League jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Richie McAllister earns the victory on the mound. Kyle Freeland only completed 2 innings and is charged with the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation. Friday Night Baseball. Stepping up to the plate, Gary Mendoza. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Matty, this team is oozing confidence right now. They were playing well coming into this game. And what do? Right out of the chute, top of the first throw, 3 spot up on the board. They got the opposition on their heels.
The relay. And he's out at third. Might have gotten a little greedy that time. With that, let's look at striding in for Oakland, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Number 13 has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Rounded down the third baseline.
4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far.
Fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And this one is gone. A home run.
Boy, when the leading MVP candidate steps into the box, I'm not sure it's wise to challenge him, especially with a pitch like this.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Stepping forward, Herschel Robinette. High and deep to right center. Mendoza ranging back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So no run. Gary Mendoza will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better.
Digging in once again, Gary Mendoza. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, even at home when you're down by 2, trying to score a couple of runs off of one of the game's top closers.
Robinette is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th. 8-6 the final score tonight. San Francisco with a division-leading 60th team win this year. Number 57 earns the victory out of the